Why Wednesday's announcement is so incredibly important for Social Security, including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, and VA beneficiaries. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to talk about the all-important announcement coming out on Wednesday morning and why this is so influential for millions upon millions of beneficiaries, as this will directly relate to how much you're going to be getting in your monthly check. Therefore, that's pretty important. I want to break all the numbers down for you here in this video. Let's get right into it. Really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side every single day to advocate on your behalf, as well as to inform and educate with everything going on, as things are changing very rapidly right now. And like I've said before in other videos, between now and the end of the year, it is going to be very, very busy with some key announcements out of Social Security and what'll directly relate to you and your monthly benefit, as well as a lot of things out of Congress as well. They have some major packages coming up, and again, a lot of money on the table here. Therefore, I want to bring it to your attention every single day, which is what I do right here in these videos. So again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get into it and talk about the very important announcement coming out Wednesday morning, what this means for you, your money, your benefit, your monthly benefit out of Social Security, as well as all the other details that'll be released. All right, so Wednesday morning, this is another very big one here, and I want to bring this to your attention because this is going to give us a lot more information. Now, it all comes down to the inflation report that will be released on Wednesday morning. Now, yes, I have talked about this before in other videos. Every month, somewhere around the middle of the month is usually when we get the announcement of the prior month's inflation report, which is represented as the CPI, Consumer Price Index. However, that is not the number that we want to look at. We want to look at the CPIW, Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. Now, that is the key number that we want to watch very closely. Now, it's not just that number. It's that number combined with the number that we got about a month ago in mid-August, plus the number we're going to be getting in about a month from right now. Combine all those together, run through a formula, and that is going to determine how much the raise to your monthly benefit is going to be, represented as the COLA, cost of living adjustment for next year, 2024. Now, maybe recently you've seen some of my videos out talking about my best estimations as far as where the COLA is going to be. Now, here's the thing. As soon as we get this next data point here, Wednesday morning, this is going to give us a lot more information. Now, let me give you a quick little analogy. I've said this before in another video, and I want to give you this one again because this is a really good point here. So when you get the first data point, which we got about a month ago in mid-August, it's one data point. You can't really do a whole lot with that. You can look at it, you can hypothesize, you can come up with a bunch of different ideas, you can speculate, all kinds of things with one data point. You can't really do a whole lot with it. However, once you get two data points, which on Wednesday morning, we will be getting that second data point. As soon as you get a second data point, now you can start to predict very accurately what the next one is going to be. Now, obviously, we'll be getting data point number 3 in about a month from right now. And that'll be the final number that we need to determine how much the COLA is going to be. But based on these two data points that we will then have, the one from about a month ago and now the new one coming out Wednesday morning, we'll be able to take all that information and give a very accurate prediction as far as where the COLA is going to sit based on the next number that'll likely come out, okay? So the analogy that I've given before in other videos, it's like a trend line, okay? You can't draw a trend line with only one data point. It just cannot be done. However, as soon as you have two data points, now you can draw a trend, right? You can draw a pivot point on data point number 1 and then a pivot point on data point number 2, and now you got a line. You can predict very accurately where data point number 3 is also going to come in and probably peg the line or come somewhere very close to that line, okay? It's basically the same thing. So when we get that next data point, then obviously we'll have a pretty good idea of what this is going to come in at. Now, my best estimations as of right now, and as I've talked about and highlighted in other videos, my best estimation right now is somewhere the COLA will be somewhere between the 2.7 and about 3.4% range, okay? There's some other people out there saying, oh, it could be anywhere between 2 and 4%. Okay, thank you, but that's a huge range. I'm sorry, but that is a huge range. That's like saying it could be 0% or it could be 2%. Okay, thanks. It's either 0 or 2%, right? Now, again, that is what some people are out there suggesting. Now, I'm giving you a pretty tight range here as of right now. However, I'm pretty confident that in the next couple of days here, when we do get all this data and we get the final numbers on all this thing, well, I should say not the final numbers, when we get the next breakdown of all this information here and we get this next data point, I think I can probably tighten that range up, even probably within maybe 3 or 4 tenths of a percent. So I will tighten that up yet again once I get more information here, but as of right now, that's about the range that I'm giving as of right now. Anywhere between a 2.7 and 3.4% is where I'm seeing the COLA come in right now. We don't know what it's going to be quite yet. Obviously, that information is still out a little more than a month from now, but this next data point, Wednesday, will be pretty good stuff here. This will give us a lot more information to work with here, and it'll give us a much more kind of accurate prediction as far as where that's going to hit. So anyway, this is very important stuff. Now, a lot of us are looking at this whole inflation picture right now saying, inflation? Really? We're still dealing with this? Yeah, we're still dealing with this inflation, and unfortunately, it's going to be around for a while now. Now, as I've mentioned before in other videos, the Federal Reserve wants to bring inflation down to 2%. Good luck. I said that a couple years ago when the Federal Reserve started to come out raising interest rates. The first thing I said was, good luck. Good luck hitting 2%. It's not happening anytime soon. It's going to take years if they ever want to hit that target. Now, here's the thing. In about a week, well, actually, it's middle of next week, which is the 20th of next week, the Federal Reserve will be coming out with another meeting, okay? Their FOMC meeting, their Free Open Market Committee, which is what that stands for. They have a meeting every 6 weeks. They come together, a bunch of people, they sit around and they gossip and they drink coffee and they probably do a whole lot of twiddling of thumbs. Whatever they do there, I don't really know, but they sit there and they talk about all kinds of stuff, the health of the economy. But it's likely they're going to be raising interest rates yet again, okay? Now, as a result of that, it just simply means that it's harder for people like you and me and businesses, small, medium, and large, to get credit. In other words, to get loans, to borrow money. And if we do, it simply means that it's harder and harder for us to pay it back. When we're paying 7, 7.5, 8, 9% interest, sorry, I'm not sure about you, but I definitely do not want to pay 7, 8, or 9% interest. Not interested. Don't want to do that, right? Even though credit cards are sitting at about 21.5% right now, still, on any other kind of loans right now, it's very expensive and it makes it very difficult for people to borrow money or basically get any leverage of any kind because the interest rate keeps going up and up and up, making it harder and harder because it means that you got to pay more for that money that you're borrowing. Anyway, that's a whole different story. We can talk about that in, a while now when we get that next announcement out of the Federal Reserve there. I can break all that down for you. But my point is, the Federal Reserve has been working on this inflation. They've even recognized it's going to be a while until we get to this 2% range, this 2% target that they're working on, okay? It's going to be a while. In fact, some people out there have suggested it's never going to hit 2% again. I don't know about never. I mean, maybe in like several years from now. I don't think it's happening anytime soon. But you never know. Well, you just never know what could happen, right? So anyway, want to bring this to your attention really quickly. Of course, I'll bring you that number when we get that information Wednesday. And of course, I'll break it down for you, give you the best estimates as of then. But as of right now, remember this much. That is not the official number. The official number will be released in October. When we get that, of course, I'll be here for you breaking it all down then as well. But this is going to be another big one here, and it'll give us a much better idea of how much that COLA will really be. Now, again, too, I've seen some comments coming in down below in the comment section where some of you here in the community have come out and said, who cares? Stop talking about the COLA. Who cares what it's going to be? All they do is just take it away from us anyway. I kind of agree. You know what I mean? I agree that, yes, the COLA is very important, but at the end of the day, honestly, it's kind of one of these things that is, it's kind of frustrating because they give it to us and then they take it all away pretty much immediately, right? So either way, this is going to directly impact you, your money, your benefit, the amount of money you're going to be getting on a monthly basis, as well as everything else going on. So either way, even though some people are saying, stop talking about this, it's part of Social Security. In fact, the COLA could potentially be the biggest announcement out of Social Security every single year. Is that important to you? It's important to me. I'm not sure about you, but it's very, very important to me. And I know it's very important to most of you here in the community. So regardless of what some people say, I'm going to keep talking about it, okay? Because this is very important. Now, obviously, we can keep talking about it for another month and a half, whatever like that. And then again, once that's kind of announced, and it's like, well, there's not really much else to say. It's just, it is what it is, right? So anyway, hope this one helps you out. And again, I will continue to watch that very closely. But either way, at the end of the day, we want this inflation to go down. Even though it's one of these things like high inflation means a high COLA. Yeah, but it also means we're paying more for goods and services because of inflation. So it's kind of like one of these things where it's like, it's kind of good, but it's also bad at the same time, right? Anyway, I'll bring it to your attention as I get the information, so please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media. Leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below if you need me to elaborate on anything. And also go back and check out any of the other thousands upon thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day. Take care, have a good one, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.